On a sweltering afternoon in Ouagadougou, August 4, 2025, the gates of Burkina Faso's largest stadium swung open and the crowd erupted. For the first time in 4 long years, football had come home. But this wasn't the same arena that had fallen into disrepair and lost its international accreditation. No, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the Stade du Forou had been reborn, and it was stunning. This is not just the story of a stadium. It's the story of a nation reclaiming its pride, defying odds, and sending a bold message to Africa and the world. The Stade du Forou, built in 1984, has long been the beating heart of Burkinabè sport. Named after the date of the 1983 revolution that brought Thomas Sankara to power, the stadium was more than a football field, it was a symbol of unity. Over the decades, it hosted Africa Cup of Nations matches, political rallies, and cultural festivals. But time was unkind. By 2021, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, ruled it unfit for international games. Crumbling stands, worn-out turf, outdated facilities, Burkina Faso's national team was forced to play home games abroad. It was a blow to the national spirit. When Captain Ibrahim Traoré assumed power in September 2022, Burkina Faso was a country at war with armed insurgents, facing economic pressure and navigating sanctions. Many leaders would have shelved sporting projects in times like these. But Traoré saw it differently. To him, restoring the August 4th stadium wasn't just about football, it was about symbolism. It was about telling Burkinabè people, we are still capable of building, we are still capable of winning. By early 2024, the government launched a $300 million overhaul of the August 4th stadium. The aim? Not just to fix it, but to meet full CAF and FIFA standards, to create a venue that could host Africa's biggest matches and possibly even World Cup qualifiers. During the renovation, the stadium's seating was expanded and modernized, bringing its capacity to 26,000 spectators, with improved comfort and visibility for every seat. Upgrades included the installation of hybrid turf, a blend of natural grass and synthetic fibers used in elite stadiums worldwide. There was a complete overhaul of locker rooms and restrooms. A press box for 80 journalists was equipped with modern broadcasting technology. VIP and VVIP lounges with luxury seating and hospitality areas were added. 2 giant digital screens now dominate the ends of the stadium, bringing replays and fan engagement to life. The floodlighting system was upgraded for night matches. Over 150 security cameras and an integrated observation center were installed. Accessibility features for disabled fans were introduced. And surrounding the stadium, a new multi-sports complex rose, with courts for basketball, volleyball, tennis, and handball. Interestingly, the renovation wasn't done in isolation. In May 2023, the Chinese embassy handed over original architectural plans of the 40-year-old stadium to Burkina Faso's Ministry of Sports, a key step in planning the upgrades. The project design leaned on a mix of Burkinabè labor and international engineering expertise. By mid-2025, the project was almost complete. In July 2025, CAF inspectors toured the arena, and for the first time in over 4 years, Burkina Faso's national stadium was given Category 3 approval. That meant the Stallions could finally host their opponents on home soil again. The reopening was more than a ceremony. It was a celebration of resilience. Legends of African football flew in: J.J. Okocha, Samuel Eto'o, Emmanuel Adebayor, and others. The charity match that followed wasn't just entertainment, it was a reminder that Burkina Faso is still part of the global football family. For Captain Ibrahim Traoré, sport isn't just leisure, it's a passion. Those close to him describe a leader who sees athletics as a tool for national unity, youth empowerment, and global visibility. While the renovation of the Stade du Forou is the crown jewel, it's not the end of his sporting ambitions. Reports from within Burkina Faso suggest that Traoré's government is pushing forward with the construction of 3 other international standard stadiums in different regions of the country. These projects, still underway, aim to decentralize sporting excellence, ensuring that world-class facilities are not confined to the capital, but spread across the nation. If completed as planned, Burkina Faso could soon boast a network of arenas capable of hosting major tournaments, training camps, and regional championships, putting the country firmly on Africa's sporting map. For fans, it was emotional. Many hadn't set foot inside the stadium in years. The smell of new turf, the shine of fresh paint, the thundering chants, it felt like hope was returning. It's worth remembering that the dream of a modern national stadium in Burkina Faso didn't begin with Traoré. For decades, previous administrations promised upgrades, pledged billions of CFA francs, and even announced flashy renovation plans. But time and again, the money vanished into thin air, swallowed by corruption, mismanagement, and political distractions. The Stade du Forou stood as a crumbling monument to these failures, with peeling paint, broken seating, outdated turf, and facilities so poor that international matches had to be played abroad. Each unfulfilled promise deepened public frustration, making Traoré's eventual delivery all the more symbolic. For many Burkinabè, it's not just about the stadium's new look, it's about seeing someone finally do what others only talked about. Of course, the stadium project wasn't without controversy. Opposition voices questioned the timing. Was it wise to spend $300 million during an ongoing war against insurgents? Some media outlets reported corruption allegations, claims of overbilling, forged contracts, and conflicts of interest. Authorities have launched investigations into certain contractors and officials. But supporters of Traoré argue the investment was worth it. In a country under siege, public morale is as important as military victory. A grand stadium, they say, is proof that development doesn't have to wait for peace. The Stade du Forou now stands as one of the most modern stadiums in West Africa. For Ibrahim Traoré, it's a physical manifestation of his broader vision, a sovereign Burkina Faso, capable of financing and delivering major projects without bowing to foreign dictates. It also serves as a diplomatic tool. Hosting regional matches brings in visitors, media coverage, and business. In a Sahel region often in the news for conflict, this stadium is a different kind of headline, one about achievement. With the stadium now back in operation, Burkina Faso can host CAF competitions, World Cup qualifiers, and regional tournaments. The economic ripple effect, from hotels to street vendors, is expected to be significant. But perhaps the biggest impact is psychological. In the stands, Burkinabè fans will see their team fight for victory on home soil, under their flag, in a stadium that reflects national pride. From the day it was declared unfit, to the moment Ibrahim Traoré cut the ribbon on its grand reopening, the journey of the Stade du Forou mirrors the journey of Burkina Faso itself, battered, challenged, but unbroken. This isn't just about sports. It's about identity. It's about proving that even in the toughest times, you can still build something the world will notice. So, next time the Stallions take the field under the lights of this newly reborn arena, remember, it's more than a game. It's a symbol of a nation's resilience. If you're inspired by stories like this, of nations rising against the odds, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Because in a world full of bad news, stories of triumph deserve to be told.